to our country. As with everyone else in the industry, Tedi pays taxes, royalties, compensation payments, business development for national and local content. We contribute to social programs in health, education, and infrastructure. Tax credit schemes. One of the projects under the tax credit schemes currently going is the Kiunga to or Tawubil to Telefomin roads, which is expected to be completed early next year. The employment of citizens and traineeship programs. We in the area of traineeship programs, we have so far graduated since in the last 7 years, we've graduated 2,853 young people through our graduate scheme, through the apprenticeship scheme, and the preferred area development program. One of the things about a preferred area development program is this is one avenue through which Tedi has been able to open up opportunities to children and families that would otherwise may not have that opportunity. Children who come out previously from grade 10 and grade 12, and where the company takes them in and trains them in business studies, so they become admin assistants, they do administration work, or truck operators in the processing plant, and even in the trades as trade assistants. And we have arrangements with the NATTB so that these kids who are working as trade assistants can go through the 3 levels of the competency through NATTB so that they can become recognized tradesmen. So that's more specific to Tedi. Obviously, it's 100% owned, it's a state-owned company, and so 100% of the profits, the dividends that we pay remains in this country. One area where we contribute socially in a very big way is the operation of the Tabubil Hospital that costs Tedi 23 million kina annually. This hospital acts as a regional referral hospital as well, so we have patients coming from Telefoming, Oksapmin, even Southern Highlands and Hela, and the North Fly area and Western Province. More than 80% of the patients that come to this hospital are non-Tedi. They're from the communities, and we operate about on average 30 medevacs annually. Another big area where we contribute is through the 100% subsidiary of Tedi, OTDF, and our annual spend there is 21 million kina to make sure that the OTDF carries out its implementation of agreements and manage the social programs right throughout the affected communities. We also run a mining town of 6,000 residents. It doesn't house only OTML people, but government agencies, the courts, schools, the police, businesses and contractors, and churches. Currently, we have a workforce of 2,362. These are direct hires. When we consider all our contractor employees as well, we have about 10,000 employees. And with the direct hires of 2,300, 2% of that is the expatriate workforce. So 98% of our workforce is citizens, an opportunity or a contribution that Tedi makes to employment for our people. We are targeting that by 2025 we will have all our line manager, department manager roles to be nationalized. Currently it's 50-50 expatriates and nationals, but by 2025 we want to see all our manager roles localized by nationals, and also our general manager roles. So that gives that opportunity to our PNG citizens. We want to see the doubling of our gender diversity also by the end of 2025. Currently, direct hires, 11% of our workforce are females. We want to double that, and at the same time to see that we have a minimum of 25% of our leadership roles occupied by females. I talked earlier about the preferred area program. It's that pipeline that has contributed to Tedi having consistently over the years having 40% of its national workforce being from the Western Province and the preferred area group, which includes Oksamin and Teleformin. In terms of COVID-19, our statistics, and it has had a very big impact on us, like everyone else. Our stats, as of the 2nd of August, we had 98,000 COVID tests conducted on site in Tabobil, Kiunga, Bige, and here in Port Moresby as well. And of that, we have had 2,639 positives. Currently, we have no case in isolation. And so far, we have spent over $13 million in our response to COVID. A good amount of that goes to our quarantine operations, and mainly hotels here in Port Moresby and in Kiunga. Vaccination is received with high reluctance within our workforce. And since day one, we have had our hospital people and our communications group on a daily basis every week doing communications. We have engaged our leadership group to walk the shop floors, encouraging our people even to talk in their talk place after work at the mess, talk to their one talks if they are still reluctant in their talk place, it will help. And so far, as at the 2nd of August, we have had 3,525, and this is not just Tedi direct, but the 10,000 I was talking about, including our contractor partner employees. 3,525 have been vaccinated. Of that, 700 have got the full vaccination. But it's still we need to vaccinate, and our plans are to vaccinate about 8,000 by the end of the year to get up to that 80% mark. So it's still a very big challenge for us, and our communications, our storytelling discussions will continue. We will continue to. We won't relent on that. So our aim, as I said, is to have 80% of our workforce, 8,000, to have at least one dose by the end of the year. And in Q4, we will begin community vaccination. We will roll out the vaccination with our communities. We will ramp up awareness as well, because the hesitancy is also out there in the community. The impacts of COVID on Tedi, we had to suspend for 8 weeks in total, late last year and early this year, and that it has cost us over $100 million in lost revenue. That impacts on royalties and dividends, although other compensation are not affected due to the fixed arrangements. Our programs also have been hampered by the COVID measures that we had put in place. Our community relations, Tedi Development Foundation, have not been able to go out and carry out the programs that they normally would do. But our vaccination program or rollout is helping, and that is now allowing us to get those, to do some catch up on those programs. So as I finish off, COVID-19 is probably the single biggest risk to our operations. We have some strategic projects that we need to do to assure life of mine operations to 2029. We have production challenges as well. Our grades are not as high as 10 years ago, so we need to put more tonnage through. But all of that we won't be able to do if we let COVID-19 run havoc within our workforce. And so the effort that we're putting in there, and we won't relent on that. Thank you.